Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. So, today's Mindset Monday, we are going to talk about your chakra system, your spiritual energy, and how it correlates with your mind. Right? How do those energy signals that constantly flow through your body, how does it help shape and meld your mind? Because although your mind is something that we can't see, it is very much definitely affected by spiritual energy. Because first and foremost, you are a spirit being. So regardless of, you know, who you are, where you're born, what you experience, what you go through, your spirit is affected, your mind is affected by your experiences and the things that you go through. So there are 5 things that your mind needs, and I do have notes, so I'm going to look down and read it to make sure that I don't mess this up. um, but there are 5 things that your mind requires to help facilitate the spiritual energy so you can get the effective healing that you need throughout your life circumstances. The first thing is learning. So learning, as we have to learn everything. We have When we come out of the womb, the only thing we know how to do is find a titty, right, or find some milk, right, find some food to survive, and cry to say, "Hey, help me!" Right? I need help surviving, right? So you have to learn how to walk. You have to learn how to talk. You have to learn how to socialize. You have to learn how to maneuver throughout this life. So your mind requires learning, especially when you're trying to go through any type of spiritual healing or aspects to facilitate certain energies through your body, right? Things that you may be holding on to. It doesn't matter if you're a child, an adolescent, or an adult, right? There are things that you have to learn to help facilitate this energy. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you learn how your body feels when it is feeling at dis-ease, when it's out of whack, you can learn what you need to do to help facilitate the healing. So the first thing that we have to do to help our mind accept this energetic spiritual healing is learning. Learning so much more than what is shown to us or taught to us in the educational system. Even learn more than what it is that our parents have given us, or even learn more than what those authoritative figures, whether they're religious leaders or community leaders, we have to learn more outside of that, right? We want to learn outside of the box. It is something that is required to help facilitate this energy. The second thing that our mind needs to help, or the second thing that our mind requires to help facilitate this spiritual healing is stimulation, right? You have to be stimulated. You have to have something that ignites the neurons, ignites the firing mechanisms that are in your brain, that are in your mind, right? You have to have something that ignites that, and stimulation gets that going. If you ever seen someone that's kind of flat and stagnant, if you ever, even water, right? Let's take that as an example. Have you ever seen water that's not stimulated, meaning it's not, constantly being flushed, or it's not in a moving body of water, it's not in an ocean or a river or a lake, right? Let's just say that is a puddle that's just sitting there, and it gets stagnant. What do you see? It starts to grow certain things. It starts to smell, right? It starts to rot, so to say, right? So your mind needs that stimulation, however which way you get it. That is why social media, all these different social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Unite the 99, Melanated People, YouTube, whatever, Rumble, all of that, right? Truth, all of that. Regardless of what it is, all those things, all those social media platforms are stimulating your mind, which is something that is required to help facilitate this healing energy. Without the stimulation, without the firing off and the charges of the channels that run through your mind, you're not going to be able to lock in certain energetic patterns, okay, that are required to help you heal. All right. The third thing that you need to, or that your mind requires, it, sorry, the wind is blowing, that your mind requires is thoughts. Okay, so we all know your thoughts help shape your world, right? Because they shape your perspective, which helps shape how you experience things. All right, so without thought, without that moving mechanism, without those thoughts, wherever which way they're coming from, however which way they're programmed, without those thoughts, you're no longer in control of the direction that your mind goes. Okay, so your mind requires thought, and as I would like to even take it a step further and say thought provoking, right? You have to provoke this thought, right? It goes hand in hand with that stimulation, right? Stimulating thought, so that you can see where these thoughts are originating from. Because if you're just thinking thoughts that are coming from other people or other places, especially if those outside circumstances, people or places, are things that help cause the dis-ease in your life, you're not going to be able to correctly facilitate the spiritual healing that you so need in your aura, in your vortex, or in your life, so to say, in your body. The fourth thing is appropriate attitude. So I spent this weekend, and happy Father's Day, happy belated Father's Day to all the wonderful dads out there, my masculine energies. I mean, yeah, single moms, you do your thing. I was once a single mom, but Mother's Day is for us, all right? Do it up big, right? Do it twice if you're a single mom. But dads, you all are so needed and so important, and is so valued. And I just wanted to make sure that if no one told you happy Father's Day, or if you didn't feel any type of love, feel it from me today at this moment. I love you all so much, right? My brothers, I rock with y'all, especially my melanated ones. Like, y'all rock. You are phenomenal. You are out of this world, okay? So back to these thoughts, right? Appropriate attitude. You must have an appropriation, right, of uh, greatness, right? If you appropriate happiness, bliss, healing, love, right? Those are attitudes, those are emotions, those are necessary, and they reside within you. If you have an attitude of disgust, regret, anger, that's not appropriate. That's not going to get you to where you need, especially if you're trying to heal yourself. And you need an appropriate attitude to help get you into the mind state or the mind frame to help facilitate this healing energy that's coming through source. Also, know that your attitude directly correlates to your experiences. Okay? That's what I was saying. My brother, I spent the weekend with my family, and my brother was like, "Oh, you keep an attitude, right?" He told me, and I said, "Well, I do keep an attitude, yes, because it's a part of me, but it's not always anger or bitterness, right? It may have shifted and changed as I've shifted and changed, but never once is it a fuck you all the time, right? You have to have appropriate attitudes for certain circumstances. So how you view certain things, right? Perspectives, an attitude can deem whether or not a person is playing or if a person gets serious, right? And a lot of times people, excuse me, can do something where they're like, "Oh, I'm just playing around," but another person can take offense, right? So an appropriate attitude, especially towards what it is you're trying to achieve, is necessary. I'm sorry, is required to help make sure that the spiritual energy you're trying to facilitate for healing can help get you all the much more further. Okay? And the fifth point, the fifth thing that your mind requires is functional beliefs to serve as a framework for the above. So basically, you want to have a strong foundation. You want to make sure that what it is that you are feeling and what you're believing is actually feasible for you. That's what it means by functional beliefs. Right? There's a belief in core belief that I can do all things, but there's with limitations. So you can say, I can fly, but the limitation is you can't get up and just flap your arms, right? You're going to need some type of assistance in order to fly. So if you're looking to heal yourself, you want to have functional beliefs that help support everything that goes hand in hand, right? With the thoughts. Sorry, my throat. I'm sorry. You want to make sure you have functional beliefs that are in line with all these steps, right? Everything has to come together in unison. If you don't have a functional belief that allows you to have a good attitude, that allows you to have proper stimulation, that allows you to have powerful thoughts, then you're not going to be able to receive the divine healing energy that is needed to facilitate and flow through your body. If you can make yourself sick, you can help, or if you put yourself out of dis-ease, you can bring yourself back into ease. You are a powerful divine being and anything is possible. But what is it that you feel you are capable of doing? What is your functional belief? Right? What is your BS? What is your belief system? Okay? So if any of those things are out of whack, or you see that you can use work in those areas, meditation, number one key to help you do anything in life. Meditation. There's so many different forms of meditation. Pick up a practice, and anything. It doesn't matter what it is, right? As long as you are practicing a form of meditation. Meditation, getting back to self and to core. Okay? And then the second thing I would recommend to help you get into a framework to allow yourself to allow this healing energy to flow through you is write a story of your life. Write a story of how you like your life to look, how you would enjoy your life being. Write it in the present tense, right? In the first person tense, right? Not you viewing it from the outside, or you saying I wish, or if it could be, but you speaking it as if it is right now, right? As if you're living it right now, and then feeling those emotions, having that stimulated feeling coming through your body. I guarantee you'll start to see a different change